All right, so let's do that. There we go. All right, so here again is the project that I created. And I absolutely love this. It's really, really simple to do. It doesn't take, much time or anything like that to do. I think the coloring is probably what takes the most time in doing this. But this is done. Well, I'm going to show you all of the products and stuff that I used as I go along. But oh, and I also wanted to tell you too, we did this picture with my mom the Mother's Day before she passed. And my daughter had seen this idea about these pictures, and I don't know if you guys can see it because it's so tiny at the end. But the picture is of my mom, and then my mom is holding a picture frame with my picture in it, and then I'm holding a frame with my daughter's picture, and then my daughter is holding a frame with my granddaughter's picture. So this is the four generations of our family at that time, and I just thought that that was just the coolest idea to do. So if you guys are thinking about, you've got a birthday coming up for a mom, or Mother's Day or whatever, this I thought was a great idea to do with the pictures. So I just thought I would share that with you. All right, so let me set mom off to the side here for just a minute. All right, there we go. All right, so let's get started and let me show you what I did to create this project. Okay, so this is the stamp set that I used, and this stamp set is called Sweet Bouquets. And the stamps in here, they are so beautiful. They've got such detail in the flowers. It's just absolutely lovely. I just love this set so much. And then we have, I was telling you about the pink dye, right? Okay, so now we have this pink dye, which this dye is so beautiful. I don't know if you guys can see all the details in it, but you'll be able to see it when I show you how to do the project. But this is the die set that I used, and this one is called Fancy Lattice Die. Okay, so just so you know, those are the two products from Peak and Maine that I used. Okay, and then also what I used in this was, Anne has some new foil papers out that she's had out for a couple weeks. So I used two of her toner papers, which are so cool. I'll show you how to create with these in just a minute. And then also some foil from Deco Foil, okay, Gina K from Deco Foil. And then I also used some of these really cute little dots from Pink and Maine also, that I thought was really cute. Okay, so let me show you really quick how we're going to get started. Now, first off, and here's a picture of my mom, but we don't really need that right now. Okay, so first off, we're going to start off with a piece of cardboard, okay? It's just a regular old piece of cardboard, and a piece of pattern paper that I used, and then also a piece of white cardstock. Okay, so to get started on this, what I did here, let me give you measurements on this so you guys will know, because this is measured 8.5, and I think it's 5 3/4. Yes, 5 3/4. Okay, you can pretty much make it whatever size that you want, but that was the size that that I picked. Okay, and then also for your pattern piece here, this is actually 9 3/4. Okay, it's pattern paper, 9 3/4 this way, and then it is 6 3/4 this way. Okay, it's a little bit larger than the base here because we're going to lay this down, and then I want to pull this over to cover it. Okay, so that's what we're going to do first. We're just going to add some tape here all around the edges. And I'm using tape today. You know that most of the time I use my zip dry because that's probably my favorite, medium to use. But this was a quick and easy project, and I didn't want it to take a whole long time. When you're doing with glue, it takes a while for the glue to dry, so I wanted to just kind of do it quickly. All right, so once we have this on, and you're going to want to make sure that this is, on there pretty well. Make sure that you secure it. Okay, pull that one off. All right, and then we have that one and that one more here. Come on, there we go. All right, so once you have that off, then you're going to take your cardboard and lay it down, and then just pull your sides up. Okay, so I'm trying to make sure this is fairly straight. So I'm going to pull my sides up. Okay, flip that over and pull that just a smidge. There we go. Okay. All right, and then also the ends here. Okay, but before I flip my ends up, I'm going to cut these right here, just like that, so I can fold those ends over just a little bit better. And then this way, when you're using a piece of cardboard or foam board or whatever, then you're covering the whole piece of cardboard or whatever it is that you're covering. Okay, so you're not missing anything. The cardboard isn't showing anywhere. Okay, so we're just going to flip that up. Okay, and again, I'm doing this in a hurry. You guys are going to be doing it much slower, and make sure that you have your tape and your glue on there really, really good. But there we go. All right, so then once you have your base on there like that, then you're going to take this sheet of white cardstock that I have here, and then this is going to cover your back. So that's going to alleviate all of this, so it'll be all covered, because since this is a wall hanging, you want to make sure, even though you're going to hang it, you still want to make sure that both sides are covered. So, you don't want to leave this side blank, in case somebody wants to take it down and look at it. You want to finish it off. It's just going to look a lot better if you finish it off. So again, I'm just going to take some tape here, and we'll add that on. And as I said, you are going to want to make sure that you get, get a good amount on there so it's going to stay. Okay, so, all right, so we've got our last piece here. There we go. All right, and then once again, we're going to peel the top layers off. Okay. All right, last one. There we go. Okay, and then lastly, you're going to take this and you're going to lay it down on top and just adhere it onto your backing. Okay, so that's how you create your base. Very simple. Okay, you're just covering a piece of cardboard or, foam core board, whatever you want to use for your base. Okay, all right, so once you have that done, then you're ready to decorate it and put everything together. So let me show you how I use these dies. Okay, so again, this is the toner paper that I used, And this is the green deco foil that I used on this project. Okay, now for this, okay, I already did these ahead of time in the colors that I wanted, in the green that I wanted. So I'm not going to do it in green for you today, but I do want you to see how it works. So I'm going to show you right now, because I didn't have enough green to finish off the whole project. So I wanted to make sure that I got that done, but I still wanted to make sure that you guys got to see how this works. Okay, so what you're going to do, this is the toner paper that that Anne has in her collection. She's got 2 other packs that have designs on them that are just absolutely beautiful. You should really check them out also. And make sure, Anne, that you put the link in for your papers, okay? So what you're going to do here, this is the deco foil that I'm using, okay? And what you do is you lay the deco foil on top of the toner paper. Now, this is where people make the biggest mistake always when they're using foils. Because when you're using foils, everybody thinks that you want to put the pretty side down on your paper, that you're foiling this way, and you do not. Your foil comes off of this side. So you definitely want to make sure that the color side is up, okay? So you're going to take this and you're going to stick it in a piece of parchment paper, or Anne uses copy paper when she foils. So I like to use parchment paper, but she does use copy paper, and it works well for her. So what we're going to do is we're going to heat set this. So we're going to take my little laminator here. Okay, now this is a laminator from Scotch. You can get it at Walmart, any of the big stores. This was like $20, you know, really cheap. So what we're going to do is you're going to put it in just like this. Okay, make sure foil side up, and then you're going to slide it in. This is a hot laminator. Okay, so we're going to put it in and then just let it run through the laminator. Okay, so while that's working, I want to show you what it's going to look like when you get it done if you do it in this blue, because I did have one done in the blue. Because when I do my deco foil, I always run it through my machine twice. Okay, you don't necessarily have to, but I find good results with it, so that's what I do. So this is the blue, and here you can see what it looks like once it's foiled and die cut. It's gorgeous. So that's what it's going to look like in this blue. But of course, I did mine in green, but still, I wanted to show you the pretty blue. Okay, so once this comes out the second time, then you're ready to take it out and go ahead and work with it. Okay, so I'm going to set this back off to the side. And this is always the best part. This is always the best part of working with foils. I absolutely love it. And that is, once you run it through your laminator, then you're going to take it and you're going to pull that off. So you see how all of the foil that was on here, with an exception of this little lip over here that was a little extra over the toner paper, but look at that paper. Isn't that gorgeous? Yeah, I can never, ever get enough of using foils. Okay, so for this, though, I wanted to show you absolutely how to do it with the hot laminator, how you can actually do it. So what I did then, of course, is then I ran it through with my die cut. Again, let me show you the die cut. Here we go. Here's the die cut. I ran it through, and I did 2 of these. And see, I did these in the green. So that's why I showed you the blue. okay, because I didn't have enough green foil to finish my project off. So, but I wanted you to see how it works. So, this is what it looks like once you put it through your die cut machine. Is that not absolutely gorgeous? This die is just, I absolutely love it. Okay, so once you have these die cut, then you're ready to finish off your wall hanging, okay? So what I did with that, okay, let me get my glue here, because this I did glue. Okay, so let me make sure I get the gunk out of my glue thingy here. All right, there it is. Okay. Oh, of course, I left glue in there, so now I've got to dig it out. All right, hang on one second, everybody. Let me dig this out real quick. Take some good hemostats and pull that out. This is my crafting best friend, is my hemostats. I use these things for everything. All right, so I want to make sure I get all that glue out of there. There we go. Okay, so the next thing that you're going to do then is you're just going to apply just a tad bit of glue around the edges here. Because you're going to be laying your images and your photo on here, you don't really need to adhere the whole thing down. Okay, so we're just going to do like the edges up here and then down the sides. And I am using glue for this because, as I said, this is just too hard for me anyways, to use double sticky on it, double sticky tape on it to put it down. So I liked using my glue. Although I will say that you could probably, if you do have a Xyron, which I do, and I could have used, you could run it through your Xyron, and I think that would give you some nice adhesive on it to put it down onto your base here. But as you can see, I don't really think that you need it. So you just are going to add these together. And I love this so much because the pattern on the paper here comes through the lattice, on the die, the openings in the die, and then the green foil that I used just makes everything pop, which I love that. It just makes the whole project just pop. Okay, so then what you're going to do is lay that down. Okay. And there you've got your lattice. There we go. Your lattice die down. Okay. All right. And then from there, to finish it off, then what I did was I took my chalk pencils here, okay, that I use, and I stamped out both images on the in white cardstock, and then I colored them with my chalk pencils, and then I cut them out, leaving a little bit of a border, of a white border around my image, and then I cut again on black cardstock. I laid it down on top of black cardstock and then cut it again. And I do that for the simple reason that a lot of times when you've got a lot of patterns, and here you've got a lot of patterns going on because you've got this pattern, you have the pattern from the paper, and then all of the detail in the flowers, you don't want your stamped images to get lost in all of the patterns. So that is the reason why I like to use a black background on my stamped images when I've got this much pattern going on. Okay, so what I did with this then is I just took some foam tape And I just adhered this. Get all my tools out of the way here. Just adhered this to the back here. There we go. Okay, now at this point, what you would do before you would put these down on your wall hanging here, before you would put these down, you would put your picture down first. Okay, so let me just put my tape on that. Okay, and then let me show you real quick what I did with the finished one. Okay, so on the finished one, what you want to do is you want to put your picture down first. Now with my picture with my mom, I cut it out. I had printed it out, and then I cut it out, and then I used some blue cardstock and yellow cardstock to back it. But if you can see, I kind of did the blue offset. And, because I just wanted it to, look a little bit different instead of just matting the layers of cardstock onto the picture. So you do want to make sure that you put your picture down first, okay? So I guess I could cut this out real quick. It's not going to be straight though, but you'll get the idea. So you're going to take your picture and you want to make sure, as I said, that you mat it and you lay it down before you finish your project. Okay, so I'm cutting my picture out here. Okay, so you're going to lay this down. You're going to mat it with the yellow and blue and then lay it down. Okay, this is the top. This is what I consider the top. And then you're going to adhere that onto your base here. And then you're going to have your flowers, and your flowers are going to overlay onto your picture. That's why you want to lay your picture down first. Okay, there we go. So we're just going to add the picture here. Okay, or add the flowers, I should say, sorry. Okay, so this is what it looks like when you're almost done. Almost done. And then to finish it off, let me put that off to the side, and then here I'll show you again with the finished one. To finish it off then, what I did was I took the enamel dots and I added 3 down here to the picture down here and 3 on top. And then I added a few into the centers of the flowers just because I thought that would make them pop a little bit better. And then the last thing that I did was I took this this iron hanger, or wire hangers, that's what I'm trying to say. Took this wire hanger, and you can get these in the craft stores. I think you can order them online, so make sure that you check them out. And then also the last bit that I did was I just added some ribbons at the top. Some yellow and green ribbons for the top to finish it off, and that's it. That's all you have to do to complete this project. But isn't that fun? It's very simple to do. Like I said, the most time that it takes is the coloring. So let me stop for a second and look to see if there's any questions. Okay, I think it looks like Anne's on top of it, because it looks like she answered you guys' questions from what I can see. Okay. Oh yes, Beverly, that's my favorite part. The reveal on the foil once you peel it off. Oh my gosh, it's so beautiful. Okay. And hi, Laura. Hi, Irene. Okay, I see you guys popping in. Okay, very good, very good. All right, so I think Anne answered everything, it looks like. Hi, Punky. Hi, Laura. Okay, Yeah, it looks like she answered everything. Okay. Oh, Irene, I'm so sorry to hear about your mom. Yeah, it's I'm really sorry. I know how difficult it is. I know how difficult it is. Not just losing your mom. Here, I'm going to switch my cameras out real quick. Not just losing your mom, Irene, but you know, um, just the fact that, losing her during this time with the COVID. I know how hard that has got to be. We just lost a cousin of Rich's, and it's just really hard. So I'm sorry for your loss. But I hope that you think about doing some crafting because when my mom passed, that's what really really helped me heal. So I hope it will do the same for you. I really do. So okay, everybody. I think that is it. I think nobody else had any other questions. Okay, perfect. All right, don't forget to like, comment, and share with hashtag BellaCrafts to be entered into the Pink and Main giveaway for next week. Okay, and then for the giveaway for this week, okay, that was for the one that I'm going to announce now is for Waffle Flower. Waffle Flower was our last week's sponsor. They're giving away a $25 gift certificate to their site, and that winner is Connie Williams. Okay, so Connie, I didn't see you in here, but congratulations. I will be in touch. You might catch this on the replay or whatever, but I will contact you. So that's it for me today, everybody. I hope you enjoyed this project. I really enjoyed bringing it to you, and I'm really glad that I had an outlet to do it for my mom because I know she's watching and I know she's loving every minute of being the center of attention. So, hey, mom. So, you guys take care. You have a wonderful, wonderful week. Make sure that you stay safe, you stay healthy. I'll see you all next week. Don't forget that Anne's live is going to be in about an hour, 20 minutes, just like I told you. And she's going to be creating some really beautiful cards, so you're not going to want to miss that. Okay, so I will see everybody next week. But until then, make sure that you take some time to craft because it's good for your soul. It really is. All right, everybody, you take care, and I will see you all next week. Have a great week. Bye.